let's talk about how the film's aged and let's talk about the script, because there's obviously some issues there. So what did you think in terms of how it had aged from when you were watching it then and when you're watching it now?
So I don't feel like it has aged very well. All the characters pretty much are awful, like just really not great people. You've got Matt's work colleagues who are essentially betting on his misery and trying to make money off that. To be fair, it is thousands and thousands of dollars, and I imagine they could all use it. But the way they treat him and, his female colleagues in particular, who are trying to seduce him, and really, really putting this pressure on him. Just awful. That was full on sexual harassment in the workplace. So obviously I wasn't a fan of that. So I did remember that it dealt with the idea of male rape. And I was interested as well to go back and see and just sort of revisit how that was handled. But that was handled really poorly as well, because it is just shirked off immediately after it happens. And when Erica, who is Matt's real love interest, understands what's happened and sort of sees what happens, she kind of runs off in a huff. But he was clearly vulnerable, like he was handcuffed, he was delusional, he was essentially asleep when Nicole got on him. So I was definitely interested to go back and see how they handled that, and I was disappointed, I feel, with that. How did you feel watching that scene?
There's no easy way around it. It kind of finishes with him getting raped.
It is.
It's a very strange turn in the film. So basically, if you haven't seen it, he lasts 39 days without having sex and then asks his flatmate to handcuff him to the bed so he can last the last day. And then at the stroke of midnight or whatever, his love interest is going to come round and they're going to consummate their relationship, shall we say. However, in the meantime, his ex-girlfriend, who's kind of the villain of the film, has learned about the bet and decides to take matters into her own hands and stop him from winning, and in doing so, I guess, win a load of money for herself. So what she does is she basically comes around knowing he's handcuffed and asleep and forcibly has sex with him. So, and it's just kind of battered off. Like it's never really dealt with. Like you say, Erica, his love interest, sees his ex leaving the flat and goes off in a huff. And it's like, and then no justice is done. I mean, when I was reading about the film, apparently it did come in for a little bit of criticism for that because it shows a rape scene and it just there's no justice done for that. Obviously, I know there's terrible incidents in everyday life where men, women are raped and things aren't done, but you kind of think in a light-hearted comedy, it's a bit of a weird turn. That's the culmination of a lot of really strange writing. Like you say, the characters are all really one-dimensional and really, apart from, I'd say, Josh Hartnett and Shannon Sossamon, who is Erica, the female love interest and female lead, all the characters are really unlikable. Like they're just they're just like his flatmate's just a dick.
Yeah, all of them. His flatmate, the colleagues, his boss, his parents. Or his parents obviously aren't awful, but they make you very uncomfortable.